Denver. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. They begin the drive with Williams. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Broncos at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On second down, Williams. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Wilson. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gano's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that there was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
White, he'll try the left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, he'll hand this off. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Going right side is White. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And yet again it's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. Gano's kick is good, and the lead
stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken at about the 14. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Going with White here, toss left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Slot man moves right. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They defer to White out of the shotgun. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
14, Broncos 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hands it off out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Yellow, yellow.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. before they can get the punt away. Whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Broncos on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is